let's just talk about upper body first. But bench press was embarrassing. 245 for RPE 7 single. I haven't done that in over a year. That is so bad. Either the cut is really getting to me, I'm losing strength that quickly, or this is just a bad day because I was kind of forced to do this early in the morning. Pull-ups was great though. I mean, 80 pounds for a truly RPE 7 single that's a really good sign. So that tells me either pull-ups are doing very well or bench is doing very bad. I think it was just a bad day. It was too early in the day. For my Grease in the Groove pull-ups, I got to 81 reps total. Well, I got to 80, and then I was like, I'll do an extra one for Kobe, because Kobe got 81 points in a basketball game once. These are so fun. Regular bench training, nothing special. The RPEs aren't crazy either. What I'm looking for is just under RP5, and that's usually where I progress the best. So the only interesting thing happening this week is that it's the last week with the tempo bench. Oh yeah, this day I have the incline dumbbell as well. I'm going conservative on these. 55 pounds for dumbbell press is light by anyone's standard, but like for a 300-pound bencher, I should be pressing a lot more, but I'm just not used to the movement. This is really not easy for me. And forgot to write an RPE here, but it was my usual 40-pound curls, which are not that hard. These single arm preacher curls is my secondary bicep movement, and I'm really liking them. And I gained a lot of strength too. I got so much better. So here's a tempo bench. I hate it so much. This is the last week I'm doing it. Decided to remove it from the program, which means I'm going to be doing 3 days a week bench press from now on, not 4. Been doing 4 days a week bench press for the past 2 years. So this is going to be a big shift, and last bench day was a medium day, which is 205 for 5. And yeah, still moving very well. I think that the heavy day with the single was just a bad day. Any other day, the single would have been better. Last thing here is the tricep extension, 55, which is my usual weight. I have a weird sticking point with my pulley, but yeah, I've been getting very close to failure every time on triceps. Here's lower body. ATG split squat was like my main builder, but I was deciding to not do this anymore. This empty bar ATG split squat might be bad for me. Even though it's just 45 pounds, going with one leg like this on an ATG split squat, even though it feels easy, it feels easier than 35 pounds per side, to be honest, which doesn't make sense. It feels easier than 15 pounds in each hand with dumbbells. Anyway, investigate that more next week. This is interesting. So I'm not training hard because I can't load weight because of the back injury. So I had to find a way to get a lot of volume in. And so I just did empty bar for sets of 20. And the audio was muted, but I was screaming. I was literally screaming at the top of my lungs. I had the most epic music going on too. That looked like I did nothing, but I was really forcing myself not to rest pause. It was difficult. Deadlifts this week were 1 plate, so 1 red. And I feel like this is productive, but again, just like the ATG split squat with the bar, I think I'm going to be safe and not do them after this week. Side plank was another thing I added for the QL, healthier QL. And I think this full side plank was too much because, again, it's one of those things while I'm doing it, feels good, but afterwards, like the next day or 2 days later, I'm worse. And I could tell. So I decided to regress it later in the week, as you'll see later. Here's a conventional day with 1 plate. It's like I'm doing absolutely nothing. Here's another one of the warm-up things I added. For the glute med, one of those crab walks you used to see people and they're like, oh, this is the useless thing. Stop doing this in the gym, blah, blah, blah. Back in fitness YouTube 8 years ago. Anyway, this is the regressed side plank, only 30 seconds on the knees. I could do way more, but it's not about pushing your limits. It's about like just training this to an extent that doesn't hurt me. That's all I want. And this is the starting point.